Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. It's I, Breeding Gamer, here to unbox for you guys the Hammond Collection Allosaurus. I have been kind of debating back and forth if I wanted to pick this up, and then I finally caved and decided that it was best to go ahead and pick this up. Now, I have not really done many unboxings of actually any Hammond Collection figures yet, so this is going to be interesting. So join me as we unbox this figure together. So go ahead and get our skizzers out. And you know, anybody, if you're using these, please be careful. I love the packaging. Actually, let's talk about the packaging real quick. So I wasn't aware of this prior to this, but they've redone the design. I didn't really even think anything of it. But instead of having the big T-Rex logo right up in here and this area being bare, they now put a picture of what the figure pretty much looks like in action, and they've shrunk down the image up there of the T-Rex. Now, everything is looking pretty good. This is obviously the battle at Big Rock Allosaurus. I'm a little surprised they didn't decide to do the fading of the eye like he is in the movie, or in this the special. And of course, we do also have the Atrociraptor Ghost and the Triceratops Juvenile that we will be unboxing on the channel as well. Now, down here in the corner, we have Allosaurus. In the aftermath of the events of the Lockwood estate, a camping trip goes awry when a family must protect themselves from the fierce Allosaurus. As the confrontation escalates, the delicate balance of coexistence is dangerously tested. Now, I'm surprised we don't have a Nasutoceratops yet, so that's a little surprising to me. But let's go ahead. Now, we also don't have a picture of the animal like we did from the other figures. It kind of shows where they're at in the movie, has an in-screen shot of them. So we'll go ahead and get that box out of the way. Here he is outside almost of his packaging. Let's get his little plastic prison ties off. And then I believe he's got a couple right up here. All right, so that tail is very long. Let's go ahead and get that off. I do apologize for the audio. It's first time I've done this before in this setup, so we'll see how it goes. Let's go ahead and get that off there. It's not wanting to let go. There we go. Let's get that moved over there. Pardon all the extra noise. So we've got that. He is very, very interesting feeling. And of course, the mouth goes in the different hinges, just like the T-Rex. And his jaw can open in 3 different ways. So you keep it closed, have it kind of partially open, all the way open. You do not get that rubbery feel like you do with the Giga and the T-Rex. So they apparently didn't feel the need to do that this time around. Let's get his legs together here. So of course, when they're fresh out the box, they're a little stiff. A little hard to do. Now, one of the things I really appreciate about these figures is they no longer have the giant cartoony feet. Let's get that tail on there. Did not snap, but it's on. Oh, pardon me. All right, one moment. Let me take him off screen here. Get his leg put the way I like it. Get his tail bent. There we go. Get the tail bent the way we like it. There we go. The tail bending is really good in this. I like this. So let's get his arms up. I like the arms to be kind of held at their side, kind of to be as accurate as possible. And then get that head going there. Oh, that looks good. That looks good. Kind of, now we're getting kind of like a end of Jurassic Park pose here. Let's get all these little ties out of here. Getting him positioned just the way I would like is going to be a little difficult, but we'll figure this out. He's a little on the heavy side. So we get that going. So getting him positioned is just going to be a little on the difficult side. Let me kind of push him back down a little bit. Ooh, I think we have figured out our pose. So maybe not. He's a little on the, put his tail the opposite direction. Getting the Giga is going to definitely be a task. when that time comes out. So there, that kind of keeps him standing a little bit better. Now I'm going to kind of bring him in here to show you guys. The eyes are, of course, that glassy kind of style. Oh, pardon me, I do apologize. Kind of that glassy style. You can see a little, very tiny pupil there. And it's like that on both sides, as you guys can see. Now, I really do. I love the sculpt of this, and I do like that you can kind of tilt the hands down so that they have a more normal theropod pose. The sculpt alone is absolutely gorgeous, and I could see a lot of amazing repaints coming out of this. Possibly something just like the Allosaurus from the JPOG series. I could see a lot. Now, they did not paint. I noticed his dew claws are not painted like the Giga is, but every other claw is. So he does have that classic JP logo at the very bottom of his foot. Tail bending wise, he can get a pretty good bend. If you wanted to, you know, make him have his tail propped up like he's a cat, you could totally do that. He's not going to stand. I'm going to have to figure out a better camera angle here, because it's kind of hard for me to be able to do that. So there is, could have his tail kind of propped up like that. I do not think he will stand that way though, so that's going to be a little difficult, but we can probably get him. I think it's just going to be some let's figure this out here, because I do like kind of this mid walk pose. So we can get that going there. Bend his foot out a little bit. Now, hold on one moment. Let's get this figured out. I noticed that the spikes on the back of his, there we go, I think that did something. The spikes on his back are actually kind of a flimsy rubber, if you guys can't tell, so it's really cool. Now, I do apologize. Like I said, this is my first time doing one of these unboxings, so it's probably not going to be the best, but, you know, got to start somewhere. And that roar, he looks great in that pose. I think that may be the pose we're going to stick with for right now. Let me get his tail bent back down the way I liked it. That way it's kind of touching the ground. Gives him a little extra support, just like that. And if you wanted, you could kind of have his neck propped up just like that. Kind of looks like he's at alert, or he's at a he's checking something out. But looks really good. I'm very happy with this figure. I did not think I was really going to pick it up, but my buddy Pyro has convinced me to get back into collecting these, so absolutely glad that I picked him up. He looks beautiful. He's even better than I thought he would be outside of the package. Paint job looks really good. I'm not seeing any issues on his paint job. It looks pretty, it's a lot more sharp on this side versus here. It's a little more dull, but it's kind of expected. No loose bits or anything like that. His jaws feel great. But yeah, I'd say he's definitely more focused heavily on this side. So let's bend his tail back to this way. See if maybe he just needs a little extra. That's even better. I think that's perfect. So if he's kind of in this S shape like he's in, he definitely, maybe we can even position him to be like that. Nope, it's best to have his head facing the other way. So that way you kind of get things like that. So there you go. There is the Hammond Collection Battle at Big Rock Allosaurus. The only thing I have about this is I would make possibly the eyes a little bit bigger. We all know that theropods are supposed to have their eyes facing forward, so that way they can see better to get their prey. And you can somewhat see his eyes a little bit, but the problem is I've noticed with the Alla and the Giga as well is their eyes are just a little bit too small. So I do love this look here, but I think his eyes could just stand to be a little bit bigger. So let me know what you guys think below. Do you guys like the Battle at Big Rock Allosaurus by the Hammond Collection? And is there any figures that you guys would like to see coming out here very soon? I have got my ideas, and I will be covering that in a future video. So until then, thank you guys for watching. If you guys would like to purchase this yourself, I can go ahead and put a link to Target's website down below, so you guys can purchase the Battle at Big Rock Allosaurus by the Hammond Collection for your very own. And thank you guys for watching. Until then, I will see you guys in the next video. This is Brooding Gamer, signing out.